slavery brought about black women covering their hair. So black women had to turn to hair wraps, black women had to turn to scarf. But our hair is not just hair. The hair that grows out of our head is a symbol of culture, is a symbol of identity. It tells where you are from, it tells who you are. Because one thing I know and I see in every black woman is that resilience, is that ability to take things to the next level. Let it be that when you say, are you okay? Hi lovelies, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about the wig culture among black women, so stay tuned. This video is born out of my personal reflection, my research, and just what I've been meditating and studying and thinking about for a while now. I've really thought about it before doing this video, and everything I want to talk about in this video is just based on my personal opinion. It's based on my personal reflection and everything I've observed in the space of the few years I've been on this earth. So I'm not here to crucify, I'm not here to judge, I'm not here to say, oh, it's good to wear wigs, and that's why I've come on with my wigs today. I just want to talk about things on a very neutral ground and let everybody just decide what they want to do for themselves by themselves. Okay, so the wig has become a very powerful tool among black women. It's something that we are known for all over the world. Black women are known to wear wigs. Black women, we are known for wigs. In fact, I don't know about any other continent that wears and produces wigs as much as we do. In fact, we have so much, we wear wigs to the point that we use it as a standard for style, for class and everything. You see some people say, oh, this wig you're wearing it can buy a plot of land. And some people be like, oh, have you seen my wigs? This wig I want to get that new wig. So it's become like a cultural thing for us, and I feel like it's a very important thing to talk about. Yes, especially because I am a woman, I'm an African woman too, and I feel like my voice also counts. Yes. I feel like the first thing we should talk about when it comes to wig is how it all started. What led to this whole wig movement among black women? And according to my little research, the whole wig movement started in the colonial era. So before the colonial era, that is pre-colonial era, we saw black women wearing their natural hair, in different styles, beautiful styles, froze, locks, different ways. Black women were comfortable, showcasing their hairstyles without judgment, without any form of shame or anything. They were wearing their hair, they decorate with it with beads, with pearls, with cowries, and you see black women wearing, African women wearing their hair in the most natural state. Even at the time, black women had they had the instruments that they use in making their hair, like the comb, the cotton comb, the kind of comb. It was built differently to be able to comb out the afro hair. And then we had our own hair products. We have coconut oil, we have shea butter, we had all those beautiful things that we use on our hair that makes them look so beautiful. But during the colonial era, black women were stopped. They were forbidden. They were stopped. They were forbidden to display their hair in public, and that was a sign of suppression. That's one of the things that came with slavery. Slavery brought about black women covering their hair, so black women had to turn to hair wraps, black women had to turn to scarf. I imagine that during the slavery era, black women did not have the time to tend to their hair as they would during the time when they had their freedom. Imagine if you are in slavery, every moment of your time that you spend is controlled by somebody else and not by you. The black hair needs time to tend to it. So I feel like during the slavery era, there was no longer time for the black woman to tend to her hair. Going from wearing your hair with so much pride, with so much grace, with so much beauty, to the extent of decorating it with pearls, with cowries, with beads, and then going from that to covering your hair. I don't know. That transition for me, I'm trying to like bring myself, to understand how much this must be, how devastating this must have been for the women in that generation. I am trying, to wrap my head around it, and I can imagine how terrible that must have felt for them. But it wasn't something they did out of willingness, or it wasn't something they did out of their own choice. They were enforced. They were forced to do what? To conceal their own hair. And I don't know, Selah. It has led to the false narrative. This whole process, this whole movement, this whole experience has led to the narrative that a Black woman's hair is not presentable. Like, you just have to cover it. And I feel like that is what is still in, even though we are kind of breaking away from it gradually, I still feel like is still very, very predominant in so many women's mindset up till now, because the standard of beauty for so many people is wigs. Like, if you want to look good, look presentable, they believe that if you're not wearing a wig, if you have something important coming up, the next thing, you plan your clothes, you plan your jewelry, you plan your smell, you plan your shoe, you plan that, and you plan your hair. And when it comes to planning hair, half of the time I have seen that people will talk about, oh, you have to wear a lace wig, raw donor hair, all those type of things, because that is also what the standard of beauty. That's the narrative that we have so much taken, we have so much absorbed in. Nobody talks about, oh, you need to style your hair and look at it, style your hair and look good. Most half of the time, it's always like, okay, what wigs are you going to wear? What hair are you going to wear? And when they say, what hair are you going to wear? They're talking about wigs. Remember when I was getting married, I didn't want to wear a wig for my wedding. My sisters were talking about getting a lace wig. And I said, no, I don't want to wear a wig for my wedding. I just want my natural hair. And then I had a short natural hair. So what I did was I just styled my natural hair, packed it to the back, and then I used all this kinky hair to kind of style it at the back. And it looked good. Anybody that says it's not fine, it's your business. To me, I was happy with the way I looked, because I looked the way I wanted to look. Every time when I want to do something special and I have people like, to talk to, they're always asking, what hair are you wearing? I think I've had this mindset for a while now, but it's becoming more and more predominant that my hair is beautiful enough. I always like to showcase my natural African hair, even when I am celebrating. I don't believe that I have to cover my own natural God-given hair just because that's the standard of beauty that is accepted. When I was growing up, once your hair has grown to a particular point, they believe that you should put relaxer on your hair so that your hair can, smooth, straighten out. Texture discrimination. We as Black people have been taught to discriminate the texture of the hair that is growing out of our head. Like, we have been taught to believe that the texture is not presentable, it's not good enough. So you have to add something, you have to put relaxer on your hair so that when your hair is growing, it is easy to comb. They have told us so many lies. I don't think other women from other race, I don't think they put relaxer on their hair. But we Black women, we have to put relaxer on our hair. Why? All these things are the things that have been going through my mind. You see, among many people of different race and color, they will wear their own hair. But as a Black woman, we will wear wigs. I began to ask questions. Why are we like this? Why are we always wearing wig? Why can't we wear our own hair too? Those questions started coming up in my mind, that what is going on? Is this a case of identity crisis? What is leading to it? And that is what led me to start asking all these questions and start making all this research that I made, that made me to know how this whole thing even started in the first place. Another thing I read about, I discovered, is that because we have been so much suppressed to believe that our hair is not good. So because of that, not many people have really gone to study how to take care of the natural African hair. We have so little information about how to take care of our natural hair, and so that's why majority of the time we turn to wearing of wigs, because we've not taking care of the hair that is growing out of our head. So we don't have the time, we don't even spend time to take care of it, we don't spend time to pamper it. So most half of the time everybody is just like, this hair, I don't have the time for it today, you wear a wig. We've not actually spent time to know the right technique to use for our hair, the right products to use for our hair. Even in the industry that make hair products and all that, we have very little industry that cater to the large number of the African women. Very little industry cater to the large and vast growing population of African women. So the resources we have available is just so little, is so limited. The information we have is so limited, and so you see people turn to wigs. That's another reason why I feel like there are so many people turning to wigs. But our hair is not just hair. The hair that grows out of our head is a symbol of culture, is a symbol of identity. It tells where you are from, it tells who you are. Just like the way our skin color tells where you are from, tells where we are from, and tells who we are, our hair also tells a story about who we are. Reading about all of this, what comes to my mind is we need a change in perspective. We need to understand and appreciate what we have. We need to come to a point where we appreciate who we are, and we're not trying to become somebody else. We are not trying to imitate somebody else, and embrace our personality, embrace who we are as a woman, embrace who we are as a Black woman. I know that it's going to really take time, and the wig culture is already a part of us, and I like the twist that we have given to the wig culture, because we have taken it from 0 to 100. That is another thing that I'm really like. That's another thing that I am celebrative of. That's why I say this video is not exactly to condemn the fact that people wear wigs. No, this video is also to appreciate how we as Black women, we have owned it. Like the main reason for which this wig was created in the first place was for suppression. But I'm so glad with the way we have evolved with this wig. As in, we've taken it from 0 to 100. It has become an industry. We have developed, as Black people, we have developed this into a big industry. It's just the way you Black women just change your look every time. Like, it's almost like every time we see you, you're wearing another look, and I'm like, yeah, that's the Black girl magic. Go girl. What I see from this whole thing is that what they meant to break us, we have actually taken it and we have used it as a tool of empowerment. Yeah! And that is the flip that really gets me, like, wow, we've really come a long way. I really celebrate our mothers, people that have gone ahead, who have been a voice for Black women, for our hair for us to be able to express our hair the way we want to express it. And I like the fact that now the world has evolved. If I want to wear my locks, I can wear my locks. If I want to switch to wigs, I can wear my wigs. If I want to, anything I like, I can do with my hair. The aim was to break us. The aim was to use it as a tool of suppression. But I love the fact that we've taken it, we've honed it. A lot of people have used it as a way to make money for themselves. It has turned to a tool of empowerment for us. The wig industry is now a multi-million-dollar industry, if not more. And that is one thing that I really, really celebrate us for. Because one thing I know and I see in every Black woman is that resilience, is that ability to take things to the next level. And I really, really celebrate it. Wigs have become a powerful part of Black women's beauty, culture, and identity. It has been used as a form of self-expression, protection for our natural hair, and a way to embrace creativity. And I love the fact that there are so many types of wigs that today I can decide that I want to wear this type of wig. Tomorrow I can decide to switch it up to another style. However, I have some things that I would like to say. I appreciate that we have taken this and we have owned this and we have, taken it to the next level. We still have a long way to go in showcasing the natural woman, the natural African woman. As much as it is beautiful to wear wigs, I want you as a Black woman to devote time to developing, to growing, to tendering, to taking care of the hair. As much as you wear wigs, take care of the hair that grows. Understand it, take care of it, tend to it, and let it be a tool of expression. You should be able to switch to your natural hair at any time that you want. The wig should not be used as a tool to cover up something that dirty. Rather, take care of your hair. Let it be that at any point in time you can pull that wig and you will not be afraid of what is under your scalp, because what is under is still representing. Do you get? Look for products that will work for your hair. There are so many products in the market now, to be honest. Like, there are so many products that are tending to the natural hair. I'm not a hair cosmetologist. What do they call them? I don't know what they call them really, but I'm not in that field. But you can research about it. We have internet. What can I use for my natural hair? What can I use to develop, grow my natural hair? How can I take care of my natural hair? You will definitely see a lot of styles, a lot of resources online wherever you are in the world as a Black woman. So I appreciate you as a Black woman. What is under your wigs, let it be presentable. Let it be that when you say, are you okay? What is under should be presentable. I hope these 2 cents of mine will shift somebody's perspective today about how to wear your natural hair as a Black woman. We really need to appreciate our hair. We need to represent our natural hair anytime, anywhere. Don't be too sold to the idea of wigs. As much as wigs are good, don't be too sold to the idea of wigs that to the point that you don't even have a personal, people don't know what your face looks like without a wig. Don't see wig as a standard of beauty. Your natural hair is beautiful enough. I don't think that anything or anyone is going to determine what beauty is for me. I determine what beauty is for me. I look at myself in the mirror and if I'm satisfied with the way I look, I don't care about what you think. It doesn't really matter. But then again, let's take care of our hair. Let's take care of the hair that is growing out of our scalp. Take care of your hair. Take care of your hair. Take care of your hair. And that is what I'm here to tell you in this video. I know this video is kind of different, but I'm going to be doing content that I feel like doing now. I'm not going to confine myself to anything. Any content that comes to my mind to film about, I'm filming about it, because I felt like I've been thinking about this wig thing and I just felt like, let me just film it. And I'm somebody that make research a lot. So when I research about something and I feel like sharing with my audience, I am at liberty to share at any time. So thank you so much if you've watched this video to this point. If you like what I've done so far, smash the like button. If you have any comments to drop for me, if you have any opinions, suggestions, please put them in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Till I see you next time. Bye.